Driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Gordon Hayward has been all over the floor tonight. He ended up with 19 points, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I was really impressed by the versatility of Gordon Hayward. He's made himself a dangerous three-point shooter. He can drive, he can post up, he finishes in transition, all within the flow of the offense. And if you do find a way to slow him down, he's just as comfortable setting up his teammates.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And you know, I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Double digits just as we get set for the final quarter here. That three could be a killer.
And so it's Boston with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the... There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Good, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone. At the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Magic leading by just one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, sometimes you get too comfortable playing at home. This team played tonight like it's no urgency. And now they dug themselves a hole, and the energy level to get out of it is going to be extraordinary. We'll see if they come out of the tunnel with some fire in the second half, because they're going to need it.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Lead by 14. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next.
Why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Vucevic.
And, guys, it's been a rugged brand of defense he's played. I don't know why they keep taking the ball at him. It seems like every time they have, he's come up with the rejection. And with every block, he's only gotten more and more fired up.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where somebody, anybody, had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable... Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. They finish off the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He had 16 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Really great rebounding effort, Ernie, so far. They're putting up some nice numbers in that category. That's the big difference in the first half.
And, Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you, whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Got separation, lined it up perfectly, and put it right in their eye.
James Harden getting it done for Houston. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Back to the action after joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. Ball game. It's the Trailblazers up by 10. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Portland came out ready to play. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. The second quarter did not go as well for them as they saw their lead vanish and find themselves in a tie ball game. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
The way they were getting rain on from three, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. You can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. Oh, what was rhyming, Ernie?
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Lead by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball, a little over 50% from the field, and a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. Thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.